Okay, this is a video over 8.1 Try Hack Me and then 8.2 Try Hack Me. The first one I'll talk about is 8.2, which is the authentication bypass. And so the first thing we did was, of course, try to make a list of valid usernames, and they use FUF, but they use Fuzz as well to do that. So the FUF tool is the one that sets everything, and fuzz is where you put the values. So you have to make a list, and when you did that, you made your list of ones that once you literally copy what that is, and you allow it to do that, you create a file to put all your usernames, and you find that the three usernames that are found is Simon, Steve, and Robert. So that's just to create username. Those are really easy. It's very easy. Plus, the professor explained it using Fuzz. So yeah, and just having word lists and stuff. So then, the outputs of what you put, the outputs that you get from the other one, you use it to generate passwords. You get a valid password for Steve, which is Thunder. It automatically, once it's connected, it will give you literally that, and it was really fast to do that. Anyways, next is the logic flaw, which is we use the crawl command, which the professor did go over, which was very helpful for this because he explained each part of this and how using the email, the hacker at hacker.com, you get that. But if you were to create a email saying the username at customer acme it support.thm, and you run it with the one that you put, you log into Robert. Yeah. So once you put it like once, because it's this, but whenever you do hacker allows you to get kind of access to it, and then once you do your own username, so I just put UAT, and then it gave me that the bypass was complete because I was able to log in as Robert. And then cookie tampering, used curl to tamper with the cookies. The professor explained it with just literally hitting inspect and then looking at the cookies and then changing the cookies, and how he changed it, the language on Juice Shop from English to 123, and then you get the placeholder button as the language, which is weird, but nothing worked. Nothing bad. So once you do that, you just kind of just follow the commands that it gives you, and then it kind of just like you automatically get the flag that it's telling you that it worked, and then you get the value of the hash. I had to use a hint for that. Crackstation really helped me with that. Even I was gonna use Crackstation regardless, and so then this is you get the encode, and then the value that you get whenever you use this. That's basically it for that one. This one is very easy. Probably the thing that took the longest was this, just allowing it to go through the entire list. The list was 10,000. I gave up after that. I wanted to give up, but I just let it run, and then it eventually just finished. Because these commands, usually with the brute force and the logic flaw, it was very fast. and the cookie tambourine as well. It was very fast. It doesn't take a lot. The user emulation, because it was a word list, it took forever. But either way, it was really nice to be able to see that, allowing you to literally bypass the logins and break in, which I did already know because of another professor. He taught me how to do that and stuff like that. He did mention those. So it was nice to get to visit that again. And then the next one was password attacks. Oh, this one, I am so thankful that the professor explained this. Because if not, I absolutely probably would have been lost in this. So you get the introduction to what is a password, blah blah, blah things like that. Then you have the password guessing, and then password profiling. Okay, so this one you have to go to user generator, and what I did was for this one, because I didn't feel like honestly going through this, so I just went to the website. It literally just said check the website, and so all I did was go to the website, and then scroll down until I saw Juniper, and then I clicked when Juniper appeared. I saw that it said ISG 2000. And literally, when you click on that, it gives you the username and the password, and you just have to type it in. Very easy. Just scrolling through that. That one wasn't that bad. That was probably the easiest one out of this. The next one is Crunch. Crunch, I think. Yeah. Wait. Yes. Crunch. I Crunch. Use Crunch to do this one. It mentions CUPP cup as like one that you could use, but I just used Crunch because it said to use the Crunch commands. So I just literally put Crunch that, and it literally gave me 81. It gave me the answer of 81. The next I put then it was telling me that I had to create a command, and so it we had to create a word that has 5 characters, and an output of tryhackme.txt. So that was just putting crunch 5 because the at would insert lowercase, the comma would insert uppercase, the percentage will insert numbers, and then the up arrow would insert symbols. So by doing that, I just put and crunch 5 dot dash t dash, and it gave and I put dash o to give me the output of tryhackme. But yes, that was for that one. That one was probably one of the easiest ones. Next was the task 5. So the first one was just getting what is the hash type for this. I used hash ID. There was also a hash identifier, but hash ID I just had to install it and then just put hash ID in that hash, and it gave me child -1, and that was pretty easy. Then we had to perform a dictionary attack on that, so I used the hashcat command to crack into it. So I put hash dash I 0 dash M 100, then the hash, and then I told it to use the word list raw q txt because I was told to, And once I did that, at first it didn't want to work. It didn't want to work, which was aggravating. But after attempting it more times, it finally started to work, and it told me that it was cracked. And once it did that, then it said that it was cracked, and so give me. I'm trying to remember how I did that one, but it was basically I cracked it, and then I got the answer sunshine, and that was it. And for the next one, I performed a brute force attack on that, and once it did that, it gave me the answer of 1337. Next was I had to, what would be the syntax? This reminded me of regex expressions that I learned when I started learning Linux. It literally reminded me of regex expressions, which, oh god, how sometimes it gives me sometimes trauma, but I'm kind of thankful that I learned that because it's important to know that. I never realized that, and that's why this question honestly was one of the easiest ones. Then I deployed my machine for me to be able to test. And next, I just did the command FTP because I realized that sometimes anonymous login is not deactivated. So I just logged in, and once I did that, I just added the flag text, or I meant get the flag text, and then I exited out and switched back, and then I kept that one, and then I get the flag at the bottom. I get this, and that was wonderful. Once I do that, then we need to add a role to the john.conf file, and you just needed to create just what's it called, a dictionary word list for the clinic one. Once you do that, then you can run your SMTP attack. Once you run that, you get the answer of multidisciplinary. I don't know how to say that, but anyways, moving on. And then the next one, we used Hydra. So this was the one that the professor explained because he used Hydra and how it worked. So I kind of know how to do this one. The FTP one, or the SMTP, I had to do a little, like I had to read much more in detail. The Hydra one was a little bit, since I knew kind of a little bit of the syntax of how to write it, it worked. And then you see that it officially went, you can just log in and you get the flag. And last, you do a Hydra one again, but you first have to use the JOH, the John single. I used the on this. The John single extra rule, and I expand it from the clinic list I had. And once I do that, then I use the new one that I just made to do my Hydra attack again, and I got to log in with the Burgess password. Next is the perform a password spray attack. So the first thing you do is you have to create a username list txt file because and I tried that, none of that worked. So then I switched it to a Hydra username one, little bit different. I had to use a hint on this, like this. I had to like do this. Um, I used fall of 2021 and I SSH'd into it. And once I did that, I SSH into Burgess, which, oh my god, that took me a while because I was honestly very confused on how to do that. Once I did that, I just SSH'd and I got the flag. I got to retrieve the flag of that. This assignment taught me quite a lot about the different password attacks that there are in and how easy it is honestly to crack into these passwords. But the good thing was that lots of these password attacks I learned from previous professors or just other classmates or just general things that I just learned through the internet. This just allowed me to fully kind of understand the biggest ones and how to work that because I did know about word list, but I didn't know that there were so many that they make you so vulnerable. But I very I feel that this is one of the most beneficial ones for me because I get to see how the password attacks work so that I can have a secure password. But yeah, I got to do offline and online password attacks, and those were so cool to be able to see that there's offline ones and then there's online ones, and then profiling, and then this bypassing one is also there's brute forcing into it, and there's like doing that cookie tampering, all of that, and being able to see the 123 on the juice box was kind of funny. Seeing how it changed it to placeholder was also really fun. But that's really cool to be able to do this. And thank you.